Hello and welcome to 21st Century Business Accountant. My name's Kevin Appleby, the Business Accountant Mentor, and this is brought to you in conjunction with IA Seminars. We're going to go into episode 6 today about learning new skills and talk about what they didn't teach you to qualify. In this series of videos, we've been talking about the accountant as a vital part of the organisation, and we've talked about vision, insight, team, agile and leading change. And today we're going to talk about learning new skills. So you passed your exams. Let's consider what they didn't teach you in the classroom. There are a lot of things that you need to know to be a really effective business partner with the rest of your business team. So the question is, do you have the right skills? You probably know the theory, but do you actually have the practical skills? There's a lot more to this besides finance, and you need to work out how to play to your strengths and build your skills. So those are the three things we're going to talk about in today's video. Okay. So those practical skills, what are they? Well, you probably understand a lot of theory, such as the theory of activity-based costing, but how do you build an activity-based costing model of your own organisation that's at the right level of detail, that's practical to use and can actually influence the decision-making process in your business and reflects the true economics of the business that you're in? You might need to zero-base your budgets, but zero-based budgeting isn't just an accounting exercise. You need buy-in from the rest of the team. You need skills to challenge the numbers. Did they teach you those in the classroom? What about building a business plan? How do you run a strategy or a planning workshop? What tools do you use? Are you aware of the different methodologies? What about KPIs to monitor the strategy? How much of that did you learn to pass your exams? So you can see straight away there's a good amount of stuff that you need to think about to have the right skills in practice to work as a successful business partner and to be a vital member of the business team. And it's not just about finance and accounting. Lots of other things you need to know about. People skills are right at the heart of everything you do, both how to work with your business team around you and how to work with the rest of your finance team. Change management. Nearly everything you do is going to have some part of change in the business. You might be trying to take cost out of the business. Zero-based budgeting is all about cost reduction, but at the heart of it, it's a change management process. It's asking the rest of the business to do something different to what they're used to. So do you have the skills to do that? What about lean and process improvement? There are specialists in lean and Six Sigma, but as an accountant, you ought to know something about those as well. And IT is a huge part of today's business. So what about the business systems you need to know about? Budgeting systems, planning systems, KPI systems, as well as your accounting systems. And accounting systems seem to talk to everything these days, so you need to have a knowledge of how everything integrates together. Inevitably, process improvement and IT systems will take you into the world of project management. A lot of project management is about controlling finances, about controlling risk and keeping to plan. So do you have basic project management skills? So there are finance skills. There are skills that go beyond finance. The finance things you need to know about are not about the theory of how to do things. You've been taught that to pass your exams, but the practical methodologies you use to implement things. And that takes you into a much wider area. So undoubtedly you've identified a skills gap. So how do you go about actually closing that? Well, I actually think it's very important to start off with that you understand your strengths and the strengths of the rest of the team around you. That's both your business team and your fellow finance people. You're all good at different things, and the important thing is that nobody can be a master of everything, but you can be an expert at a few things. So providing the skills are covered across the business team, that's fine. You'll have strengths, things that you're good at, and you'll have weaknesses, things that you're you know that you're not good at. Not skills that you've never learned, but things that you're actually weak at doing. And my take is that you can spend an awful lot of time in trying to develop the things around your weaknesses. But something that you're weak at, you will always be weak at. Something that you're strong at, you can make better and you can become a real expert. So I always think it's better to develop your strengths and not your weaknesses. You need to recognise where you need new skills, but you don't just go and try and acquire those new skills straight away. It's more appropriate to use a just-in-time approach. What does the business need to do next? Do I or the rest of the team have the skills to do that? What's the priority for our learning? And above all, be proactive. It's your career. Don't wait for your manager to tell you what you need to learn about. Work it out for yourself and go ahead and find out. If you want to get in there, get out of the back office and be a real vital member of your team, then you need to be proactive. You have to be vital and not functional to survive. Do you have the right practical skills? We've talked about that today. Do your skills cover the non-financial? And have you got the right development plan in place? Those are the three key things that make you vital and not a functional person that can easily be replaced in the organisation. So do you want to know more? Well, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel, 21st Century Business Accountant. And we're going to go into a lot of the things we've talked about today and in previous weeks in a lot more detail in future videos. If you really want to brush up on those skills, come along and join us in the classroom. We're producing a series of courses under the theme of skilling up to be a 21st century business partner. There are courses on activity-based costing, zero-based budgeting, and many, many more things where we go into a lot of detail with courses ranging from anything between a day and a full week. And you can follow me on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and at kevinappleby.com. There's also the Next 100 Days podcast that covers more general business issues and not just finance, and I do that every week with my colleague Graham Arrowsmith, and you can find it on all those places you would regularly take a podcast: iTunes, Google and Stitcher, and at our website www.thenext100days.org. So thank you for joining us today. Come along and join us in the classroom.